Hello, I'm Stefan, the founder of WP Connect. Today I'm going to show you how to create a job board in WordPress using ACF, the Advanced Custom Field plugin, Elementor, and our RWP Sync plugin. Let's get started.
First step, create CPT and custom fields with ACF. I have a database in a table with job offers, data related to the job offers that I want to display on my website. So if I return to this page on WordPress, I have my Advanced Custom Fields plugin that I installed. I'm planning to create a job post in a simple and straightforward manner to initiate the process. I have included the essential data required to create the jobs along with the custom fields. Of course. Additionally, I have provided a concise description. With this information, we will be able to effortlessly start creating the custom fields. Consequently, my job will be successfully created without encountering any issues or complications during the process. Once I have created my custom job, I will proceed to create the different custom fields for my post type. Firstly, I will create a company field where I can input the name of the company. In addition, I will create a field labeled logo for uploading an image. Furthermore, I will create a select field for specifying the type of job, providing various choices. As for the job location, I will use a text field for simplicity in this demo. However, if desired, I could also create a select field with the values from the fields in Airtable. These custom fields will greatly enhance the functionality and customization of my job post, making it more tailored to my specific needs and requirements. By creating these custom fields, I can ensure that my job listing stands out and provides all the necessary information for potential applicants to make informed decisions. I inserted the remuneration that I entered in the text here as well. Additionally, I might add a final field for the company description in the text area. For the screenshot, I will add one last field, which will be the description of the job. I will also include the profile of the job in the text area. So I believe we have covered everything, and I will save all the information. The post is now suitable for the job. I have a total of 8 custom fields, and my customable has been successfully created.
To proceed, the next step is to establish a connection in RWP Sync. Make sure you have the Airtable database, which I previously created as demonstrated, with all the necessary fields. When you go back to WordPress, navigate directly to the RWP Sync plugin. Inside the plugin, you can easily add a connection and give it a descriptive name for future reference. Enter the access token that I created in Airtable, which will then directly fetch the database. I select my database, the job board table, and the view. I only have one here, so I choose the correct view. Next, I select the job post type that I previously created and various configurations. Now I can start mapping, where on the left I find my Airtable fields, and on the right the WordPress fields. In the mapping process, I will match the corresponding Airtable fields with the appropriate WordPress fields to ensure accurate data transfer. Each field corresponds to a field type in WordPress, which I created using Advanced Custom Fields, ACF. I had a total of 8 items in my possession. At this point, we are logically approaching the end. So, in this case, I have set the strategy to add, update, delete. Currently, I have chosen the manual trigger for the demo, but I have the option to select recurrent or instant triggers with the webbook. Once I publish my connection and synchronize it, it will take a little time, and the process will be completed. I can find my jobs here in WordPress, specifically in the post-it that I have created. I will now demonstrate to you the step-by-step process of how to showcase my different data in Elementor by utilizing a template. I have my job posted that I created in Advanced Custom Fields, ACF, with the custom fields as follows, so there are a total of 8 of them. These 8 fields correspond to the fields I have in my Airtable database and in my RWP sync menu. In the connection, I have successfully synchronized the different elements, including the database, the table, and the mapping of my fields that are found here. The synchronization process ensures that the data in my Airtable database is accurately reflected in the RWP sync menu, maintaining consistency and accuracy between the two. All is synchronized. All has been imported into WordPress. And now, I will create my Elementor template. I select the appropriate template, which is loop item. The origin naturally is employment positions, and I formulate my template. Now, I will proceed to the next step and create my loop item as part of my ongoing workflow. I make a selection of jobs as the type of post and the query that I choose for my search. This allows me to find relevant job opportunities, and I will expeditiously build an element of my list at this specific location. I am furnishing it with attributes and ensuring its proper configuration. I am putting a container in this location. At this stage, I will be able to call the imported elements in my code and utilize them as necessary for the task at hand. For that specific purpose, for example, if I want to import an image, I will choose the image feature as my preferred option that I possess in my Airtable that has been imported into WordPress and clearly corresponds to my mapping without any doubt. I position it in the desired manner, and thus it is directly called upon on my container that I have created and set up according to my preferences and requirements. At this moment, I am going to invoke an additional element from my Airtable, specifically the logo that I need for my task. I am in the process of adding attributes to it, and now I will proceed to call and display the logo on the designated area of the web page. We are currently still utilizing an ACF field type as part of our implementation. Here, it's the company logo field in Airtable that corresponds to the ACF company logo field in Advanced Custom Fields, ACF. I'm calling it ACF image field here. To underscore it, I will thus seek out the company logo, which is prominently displayed right in front of you, as you can clearly see for yourself. So, at that point, I imported my featured image field as well as my logo field into the system for further use. At this point, I will proceed to add another element, which is another ACF field that corresponds to the name of the company.
So I am in search of the ACF field. I am conducting a search using the company name key, and you can observe that it is displayed directly. I also provide it with attributes in order to make it appear slightly more aesthetically pleasing and easier to comprehend. I include a heading at this point, for instance an H2, and it will serve as the job offer title that corresponds to my title field in the post that I am currently working on. So in this case, I am not going to search for my advanced custom fields, ACF. Instead, I will search for the title of the post and apply a similar style to it. In a very rapid manner, there you go. You can clearly see that it can be done quite quickly and efficiently without any delays or complications. At this point in time, I will include a list of icons and then I will proceed to fetch various elements from the source. To begin with, the type of offer that corresponds to an ACF field is the first and foremost consideration in this context. I descend downwards and I will search for the specific type of offer or offering in the designated key, or I put an icon on it. As the second item on my list, I will now look for another key, which will be the location. And finally the salary, with the key job remuneration, and there I have created my list element very quickly, very easily. I add some final color attributes to it. In that place, I will be able to save it now. I am currently exiting Elementor, the software I have been using for this task. I have created my template, so now I will add it to an Elementor page that I have previously created. I will look for my widget. This is the loop grid and my template that I created. I am sharing it here for you to see and use if you find it helpful. I choose the number of elements per page. In masonry, for example, I apply certain elements to it, including the source, and you see it displays very well. I add a few more elements, a few attributes to make it harmonious and ensure its overall coherence.
Our purpose is to create a loan page specifically designed for the job board, ensuring a streamlined user experience and efficient job search functionality. I still have my database in Airtable. I have not made any changes to it. Here I am displaying the post type that I created in Advanced Custom Fields, ACF, along with its corresponding fields. These fields, a total of 8, are also present in my Airtable. With regards to RWP Sync, I have established a connection and created a mapping between the correct table and the appropriate post type job. This enables me to create my page on Elementor by utilizing the Advanced Custom Fields, ACF, that I have created and linked with Airtable. To accomplish this, I navigate to the template section, where I add and select the desired template. Following that, I proceed to assign a name, such as Single Post Job Details, and together we will generate the Job Details page. As part of the process, I select Job as the dynamic content and continue with creating my page, ensuring that all the necessary information is included. By following these steps, I can successfully create a page on Elementor using the ACF fields and Airtable mapping, thereby enhancing the functionality and design of my website. I will position a container at the top of the page, spanning the full width. The container will be named Airtable and will hold an image. The image I have will be placed inside the Airtable container. The Airtable container will have a width equal to I connected it with the image feature of WordPress, and all I have to do is use a call to display it here. I assign it attributes and it will be shown exactly as desired. At this point in time, my next step is to incorporate the logo in the center of the design. I will proceed with this task accordingly. Subsequently, I will retrieve the Advanced Custom Fields (ACF) field that is associated with the logo using the designated key company logo. This key will allow me to access the specific ACF field related to the logo. By doing so, I will be able to retrieve and display the desired logo in the designated area. This step is crucial in ensuring that the correct logo is retrieved and displayed accurately. I have my page header, but I will still add the job title, which is not an Advanced Custom Fields ACF field, as you may have noticed. Let's now move on to the second part of the page, which is the description of the various jobs I have in my Airtable database. This database contains all the relevant information about the jobs, including the job titles, descriptions, and other details. It serves as a comprehensive resource for organizing and managing the job listings on my page. I will ensure that the information is accurate and up to date to provide the best user experience. I am going to create 3 columns, with a left column for the detail, and in the type column, I will add a color to differentiate. This will help enhance the visual appeal and make it easier to distinguish between different types of information within the columns. I am going to set a title for my block and then make use of different elements that I have in my Airtable database, which have been imported into WordPress in order to ensure accurate representation of the data. Therefore, we are going to include the job title once more in order to provide clarity and reinforce its importance within the context of our discussion.
In this particular context, I will incorporate a range of various elements that I had already placed on the list page, namely referring to the job type as one of the key components in the overall structure of the page. Therefore, it is of utmost importance to always prioritize the utilization of the ACF, Advanced Custom Fields plugin, specifically focusing on the job type key and its corresponding icon. Moreover, as the second element, it is crucial to thoroughly explore another type of content, namely the remuneration, in order to gather comprehensive information about the compensation provided for the job position. I will modify the color scheme to make everything white, enhancing visibility. This adjustment is crucial, of course. Additionally, I will incorporate a button in this location to enable users to apply the changes effortlessly and efficiently. So button link is not in Airtable, but we could have easily imagined putting application link in Airtable as well. We would have simply needed to add a link column and then mapped it to later place it on the button. It is not the case at this moment, but we could have easily done it without any issues or complications. I am going to work on the right column. I will add more information. I will perform a search for the company name in the ACF field, always utilizing dynamit tags, an Elementor element. Subsequently, I will display the retrieved company name on the screen. Here I will put the location. In this context, I will include the website link. Similarly, we could have also added the company's website link in Airtable directly. Finally, in the middle, there is the job offer description. These steps ensure that the necessary information is provided and easily accessible. Starting with a concise company description as an introduction, I will search for the appropriate advanced custom fields ACF field with the key being company description. Once found, I will add the description accordingly. Additionally, I will include another title using the H2 heading format. We are planning to place the job description on the website in order to attract potential candidates for the position. The corresponding key is obviously job description. And finally, to finish, the required profile which corresponds to my key job profile in my Airtable. We will place the Apply button at the bottom. This will prevent the user from having to scroll back up to click on it. Subsequently, I position the content at this location where I desire to display this page, and that is the extent of it. Consequently, I possess my list page in addition to the hyperlink that directs to the details page.